Hello, you're watching Studio Ken. Make sure you don't miss any episode of Studio Ken by subscribing to the YouTube channel. To subscribe, search for Studio Ken on YouTube, click subscribe on the bottom right of your screen, and set a reminder. You can also watch Studio Ken on Diamond TV on Wednesday at 18:30 and on Saturday at 19 hours. Studio Ken, the home of Kennedy Gondwe on YouTube.
My guest on Studio Ken today is a man well recognized across Africa for his football exploits off the pitch and flamboyant lifestyle of it. He first came to prominence in African football at the 2000 African Cup of Nations and was a driving force for Senegal at the 2002 World Cup when they reached the quarterfinal. They became only the second African team to do so. He also played for Liverpool Football Club in England and twice won the African Footballer of the Year award. His name is Hadji Diouf.
Siwa kukonda timaziba, just move on, pem 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 perere. Bama kunena timamvela, basakira reason, yeah. Go down, pick it up, na 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 na. Go down, pick it up, chitenge na Gucci. Achanya po, you are watching Studio Ken, and don't forget to subscribe.
Hadji Diouf, welcome to Studio Ken.
Thank you very much. All my pleasure.
Your football career has taken you to the highest level. You played at the World Cup, but it's also taken you to a very small town in Zambia called Chilabombwe. What is it that you remember about Zambia the time that you came there?
When I came to Zambia that time, seriously, I remember I have only one thing I'm thinking about only until today. It's like when we are on the bus to go into the stadium. You know, I know only mean like I don't know a lot of Zambia, but I know the capital is Lusaka, and I know when I was young, Zambia was one of the biggest teams. They used to have a goalkeeper, I forget his name.
Ifort Chavala.
Yes, because I started goalkeepers. And I was young, and I was very big fan of this guy. And I remember today is like more than 20 years ago. But I remember all Senegal used to know one by one of that time players of Zambia, and I think he is one of the best team of Africa ever. You know, so sorry for what happened after that. But and the second thing is I'm thinking about I never forget in Zambia when we were on the bus, like the stadium was far, but when we come into the stadium, the stadium was packed, and people on the trees waiting for us, because that time we have like we just came back from the World Cup. All Gambia want to see Ari Kamara, El Hadji Diouf, Khalilou Fadiga, Tony Silva, you know, but definitely
Ferdinand Coly,
and the biggest thing, I never forget the love they show me. Because I scored, we were winning 1-0, I scored that goal, and after the game, I do the tour, and just to say thank you very much, everyone, and they were so lovely.
So you clearly have followed a bit of Zambian football. What do you think has gone wrong? Because we were champions in 2012, but after that, we haven't been to the Africa Cup on 3 occasions. It's
about like when you're winning the 20. When you win again? 2012. After that, you have to work on the academies. You know, the biggest thing for Senegal is about like, when we went to the World Cup, we then came from the academies of Senegal. But after 2002, they started working for the young generation. You know, coming, the young generation. Because when you're winning, everybody's like happy, and you don't know. No one want to work anymore. Everyone want to party. Everyone want to enjoy, you know, celebrating. But in Senegal, if you go there, you see too much academies. Sadio Mane come from the academies of Senegal. Idrissa Gana Gueye, Sarr, everyone. You have to put money on the petite category. and the youth. They have to play. They have to be together. They have to be at the same academy. That's winning. Maybe if you do that, you starting that from today, in 10 years' time, definitely maybe you're gonna win again.
This year marks 10 years from the time that Zambia won that cup. It was in 2012. How significant do you think that day is for Zambians?
It's a big day for Zambia. The most important day for Zambia is about like the day you got your independence. And the second one, it's about this one. And I think so the best day ever for Gambia is the day when you win the African Nation Cup. Why? Is that day the world know where Zambia is and where Zambia is. That's the best thing. I think so it's the best day ever for Zambia.
Let's talk about you as a person a bit more in detail. Your generation of players grew up mostly in France. Is that what transformed the team when you decided to play for them? Because a lot of players in that Senegalese team that went to the World Cup in 2012 in 2002, defeated France, had players with a lot of French connections.
You know, we are that time we had a French connection. We all play in French Liga. I used to be in Lens, Fadiga, Auxerre, and Pabouba Diop, Lens, you know. And we used to watching French TV every day. They talk about the World Cup, how they're gonna beat us, and maybe they're gonna beat us about like 10-0, and they say talking too much. All these players used to talk too much. And you know, we are only human. And we say, listen, we always used to I used to call Fadiga used to call Perdina, you know, we're calling each other to say, guys, this game we're never gonna lose it. We're gonna show all Africa where we are the lion on that day. And when we want to defeat France, we want to show them winning. Definitely they have us that time better player than us, but we're gonna show everyone we have a big heart. And we did it. We did it, and the world used to be proud of us, and Africa used to be proud of us. That's why I came back to say, what happened 4 years ago in Russia, 5 teams, and no one reached the second tour, and that's I can accept that. For Africa, we need to have 2 teams going to put pressure and the better team one from Europe or somewhere else.
You compared Zambia's winning of the Nations Cup to the happiest moment other than getting independence. How about your team beating France? How do you compare that?
I say everyone know. 31st May 2002, I remember. 31st May 2002.
Will you ever forget that
in Senegal, everyone know. 31st May 2002 is an Independence Day. Because we beat is not the same thing like you and against Ivory Coast, because it was African Nation Cup. But us, we beat the country to colonize us. You understand me? We beat the country bigger than Senegal. You understand? With a better infrastructure, with better what do I call that again?
Infrastructure.
Oh yeah, with better facility, and we beat them. And who think that day before the game Senegal gonna beat France? Watch the players they have. They used to have Zidane, Trezeguet, Fabien Barthez, Emmanuel Petit, Yuri Djorkaeff, Thierry Henry, David Trezeguet, 3 top scorer on the big Liga. You go to Italy, David Trezeguet, France, Djibril Cissé, the Premier League, Thierry Henry, and we beat them. We was like unbelievable that day before the game. We used to talk a lot and to say, guys, let's put our mark on football history. and we did it.
But when you look at your career, your goals to games ratio was never as high as other strikers. And yet many coaches wanted you. You didn't used to score as many goals per game. Why do you think many coaches still wanted you around Europe?
Football is not about scoring goals. Of course it's important, but I want to, how many assists I do every year. I was genius. I was genius, and I can do everything I want on the pitch. And I think so. Football for me, first of all, is about like enjoying and making people to come to watch you to enjoy. That was my best thing of football. And like what I always say, of course, score goals is important, but put your impact. Make your impact on the game. You know, do too many assists, control the game, play as a team, and every time want to see your friends scoring goals and happy. That was my vision of football.
When you joined Liverpool after the World Cup, you started on a scoring note, but then the goals disappeared, dried up a bit. Why do you think that happened?
I used to have a problem with my coach, Gerrard. And I remember that time, my first game of Liverpool, my second game of Liverpool, I scored 2 goals. And after that, he wanted to put me on the bench. I said, no, I can accept that. And after that, me and him, we fell out. And it is what it is.
He's not the only person that you fell out with. You seemed to have a problem with Liverpool legends, Jamie Carragher and Steven Gerrard on one side. You were on the other. What happened? What used to happen?
Yeah, you know what is, I live in England for so many years. But Liverpool is something special. And the Scousers, they special as well. You know what Scousers mean? People come from Liverpool who call them Scousers.
What does that mean for the benefit of our viewers?
It's just like people live in Liverpool. We call them Scousers. And Jimmy Carragher is a Scouser, is the best friend of Gerrard. Definitely me and Gerrard, if we have a problem, it affects him. But you know what?
So what problems did you use?
We don't have any problem. They was just
with Gerrard.
I don't have any problem with Gerrard. They was only jealous.
Okay.
And that time when I came to Liverpool.
Jealous.
I was a big star one. Gerrard was like coming up. Because on that World Cup 2002, Gerrard don't play. He was injured. And I was a second-time African Player of the Year. Michael Owen was a Ballon d'Or. And when we come to Anfield, show our trophies, I never have a problem with Stevie G. He have a problem with me, but he never tell me what kind of problem he got with me.
So did it get heated sometimes? Were you almost coming to blows in the dressing room?
No, but when you see me anywhere else, at the restaurant or somewhere, we say hi and everything. But every time you see the camera or something else, he want to give himself more important than that. That's why you have to talk about like Excellency Hadji Diouf.
Do you have his number? Are you on calling terms? Your
No,
Excellency.
I don't have his number.
Why?
I never have his number.
Why don't you have his number? I mean, he was your team.
Because I don't need him. I don't need to talk to him.
Probably doesn't need you to.
I don't need to go to the restaurant with him.
But are you in touch with some of your former players, teammates at Liverpool? You talked about Michael Owen, Jamie Carragher himself.
I used to have a good relationship with, and that time the big star one, and he's a good man and fantastic teammate. Michael Owen, Emil Heskey, Gilmar Aman. You know, they was very good.
You earned yourself at some point in England the nickname Spitting Cobra. How did that come about?
You know, I was young, and you know, but 2 times I do that. The first time
you spat on an opponent.
The first time I don't spat on people. I spat on the ground against Glasgow Rangers. Against Glasgow Rangers. But in that time I don't understand how 10 people can say I spat on them. I'm not like
maybe
Lama.
you did it one by one.
Come on, you understand me? But sometimes I don't understand them. But you know, when you are black, sometimes it's hard.
But why did you have to spit on an opponent? Okay, fine about those fans. You were accused wrongly, as you're claiming.
Which one in Celtics?
Yeah.
I was like, when I crossed the ball, I fell out and I went to the supporters. And some people, they just like starting slapping me on the head. But after that, I was like hurt, and it's just like watching them and spit here, like, you understand, spit and run away.
But you never spat on an opponent?
The second time is Arjen Dizel.
Yes, what happened?
Arjen Dizel, what happened, what he tell me, but I can say that on the camera.
Say it, feel free.
No, I can say that on the camera. You know what he say, that's why I do that.
Okay.
And I don't regret it.
Okay. But do you regret your fractious relationship with Steven Gerrard and Jamie Carragher? If you had another opportunity again?
No, man. I don't have time for them. I never thinking about them.
Okay.
Believe me.
Do you think the way you performed at the World Cup had a bearing on you? Because the expectations were quite high after the World Cup. Do you think your career would have been different if Senegal didn't beat France at the World Cup and the expectations may be moderated?
Yes, but each players, when you go to the World Cup and you play so well, what are you waiting for? The big guns coming for you, the big club coming for you. That's what, before I went to the World Cup, it was in my mind. Hey, you have to play good. You have to play very good, and you have to be one of the best players of this World Cup. Definitely, any players playing in the small team go to the World Cup, play well against the big players in the world. What do you deserve more than going to the big team?
When you look back, do you have any regrets as to what happened during your career?
I have only one regret on my life, to not winning the African Nation Cup 2002. The
One
rest,
of-
no.
One of your former coaches in England famously said that the amount of fines that you got, I think, whilst playing, is it for Leeds? Leeds would have even built a training pitch, because each time he told you to do something, you still go ahead and do something else and you'd be fined. What do you have to say about
You're
that?
talking about Neil Warnock.
New Warnock, yes.
And you know what happened between me and Neil Warnock? Neil Warnock used to hate me. And he said that in his book.
Okay.
He used to hate
But
me.
is he not the one who recruited you?
No, it's him to bring me to Leeds United.
Yes. So how can someone who recruited
Because
you...
he didn't know me before. But when he got Leeds, he said, I need a players with a character. And my agent tell him, Willie Mackay, why not Juffy? He said, Juffy? No. Hey, you don't know this guy. You have to meet. When we meet, he tell me, you come to training for 1 week, we'll see. I came to training, and we worked together for 3 years, and he put it on his book. I never see a nice person like Hadji Diouf, because he didn't know me before, just he heard a lot about me. And I know it's about like so many people, it's the same as well. They don't know nothing on me. That when you see you with the tattoos, you believe yourself, you're too confident, whatever, it's a bad boy, it's this, it's that, you know.
But I thought New Warnock said that about you when he coached you, that you got a lot of fines during your time at Leeds. So at least he knew you.
True.
Yeah.
I remember Neil from first 2 days. He wanted to see how the Leeds fans gonna be with me. And when I came, you know what football like in England, mostly. In England, when you give more, you deserve more. And after that, I tell you right now, Leeds fans Israel used to hate me, because when I played Leeds against Liverpool, we have a little incident at that time. But after that, they forget everything, because what I give on the pitch.
What is your relationship with the people of Senegal? Or maybe let me say the clubs that you played for and their fans during your time as a player up to now. What is your relationship?
Yeah, Senegal is my land. Senegal is my land. You know, people, they like me so much, and for what I did for the country, and you know, and I'm very lucky to come from Senegal, when lovely people live. And today, if you see Senegalese people, you can see Mr. Augustin Senghor, you know, quiet guys. Senegal is you know, is amazing.
And how about the other fans for clubs that you played for? What is your relationship with them? Do they still consider?
I have a very nice relationship. I live in Dakar, but I come from Saint-Louis. But I have a very good relationship. I talking to my ex-president, my ex-coaches. We have a very good relationship. But you know, they know I'm so busy. But every time I have time to go there to say hi and to be with my family. I did it.
How do you think Liverpool fans look at you if you went to Anfield today?
Seriously? I don't know and I don't want to know.
Is it true? There's a story told about you that one day you turned up in the morning, early morning, with 10 women at a friend's party. That's a lie?
I hear a lot about me. It's like sometimes when I listen to people, or when I listen to people, I say, I don't know myself.
But why do you think people have got so many stories about you? I mean, you are pompous, the way you walk, you said too many tattoos, 10 women at a friend's party in the morning. Are you the Mario Balotelli of...
That's definitely... I don't know where that story coming from, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
Now.
In your retirement, what do you do?
Right now, I work for the national team. I'm the ambassador for all national team, and I'm an advisor for Augustin Senghor, the president of the federation, and I'm a goodwill ambassador from the Senegalese government, the president. And I do my business in the country, you know, but I'm very happy to what I did and to be like around the football.
Okay. And married, family?
Of course. I'm married since I was 21 years old. Okay. Until right now, I got only the one I have in my house. And,
no, I haven't asked about the others. You started it on your own. So tell me about this one that you've got, the only one in your house, as you were saying.
We have a good relationship, and you know, she helped me a lot on my career, for my life, and it gave me beautiful children.
Any boys playing football?
No yet.
Okay. Do you have any plans of going into coaching?
No yet. Okay. I want to be like on administration. Most
of the players that have retired, or some of the players that have retired in Africa, do not look after their finances well. They end up as paupers, as beggars. We've got a new generation of players. What advice do you have for them?
You know, for that we just like we need to have coaching academies for that finance, to talking to the boys, to try to help them, and you know, and to be like intelligent. Only that things, but you know, you can't say nothing of that because they got families. Well, the family have to help them, you know. But in Africa, you know, it's hard because when you start, no one wants you, but when you start doing well, you see a lot of family and you have to help them and all these things. But now I think things change. That was before, but right now things change.
And when you look at your generation of players, the ones that you've been mentioning that you played at the World Cup with, how different do you think that generation of players is from the current one?
Me, I say before, Africa used to have so many good talent. On my time, to win the African Nation Cup, or the level of the African Nation Cup football, you know, back in the day it was more hard to win it. Now the level, I think, is a little bit down, but before to win, to be Ballon d'Or, you have to beat JJ Okocha, you have to beat Samuel Eto'o, you have to beat Hadji Diouf, you have to beat Benny McCarthy, you have to beat Samuel Kufur, you have to beat as well in Africa who so many, each team have like unbelievable players, you know. But today, if you're talking about like best players in Africa, so far, you're talking about Sadio Mane, Salah, and the third one who?
You struggle a bit.
Eh?
You struggle a bit.
You understand?
Yeah.
The only
you got the goalkeeper for Chelsea.
Edouard.
Yeah.
You know.
Edouard Mendy. Yeah.
Edouard Mendy. Edu. If you're talking about like top class one, is that one. And Kalidou Koulibaly. Gana Gueye. Abdou Diallo. But the rest.
So are you in touch with your ex-players, your ex-teammates? We mentioned the likes of Koli, Fadiga, Onu Kamara,
They live in Senegal. We always meeting sometime and go to have fun and play together, like 7v7. We did it. We're not brothers, but we we're not friends, but we're brothers. We're always together. Yeah.
How do you cope with the attention that you get, Elijah? Wherever you are walking, people won't miss you.
I know I'm handsome man. I know, seriously, I don't think about that. I'm not like guys to thinking about like what kind of intention people put it on me and talking or whatever. I'm a man to do whatever you want to do and just like respecting people. The rest, I leave people talk. Talk is cheap, money by the house. I'm not ugly, you understand me? But like what I always say, for that I'm a quiet man.
Elijah, thank you very, very much for appearing
You're
on Studio
welcome.
Ken.
Thank you. And thank you, Luzaka. I love you. And I will be there soon to see you. God bless you.
Siwa kukonda timaziwa, just move on, pem 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 pere. Bama kunena timambela, basakira reason, yeah. Go down, pick it up, na 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 na. Go down, pick it up, chitenge na Gucci. Ajaya Po, you are watching Studio Ken, and don't forget to subscribe.